plants, it eats the pips. So you could try to wild plant it. I don't think it works out well. Because if the pip walks over the plant, they die. uh, Now, the second thing is that I think you also need to have... I think you need like a large amount of critter traps. The Saturn critter traps. Because the betas spawn one beta every cycle or something like that. So you need to have enough plants to keep up with it. Because if they ever start flying, because the betas survive one cycle, and they become the adult beta with the wings and start flying around, the critter traps are not able to eat them anymore. The Saturn critter traps are only able to eat the grounded critters. So you have to kind of do a little bit of math to make it so that if one beta spawns per cycle, you have the beta roam around. It has to be able to basically get eaten by every critter plant, and then the first one that eats a beta needs to be able to reset. And then there's a problem with it because there's something along the lines with cooling down the plant is kind of a pain relative to how the design has to work. I never really worked it out, but I've only heard about it in theory. So I know a little bit about the Saturn critter traps, but not enough to make a guide. But yeah, Athalos, have fun, man. I heard it's really good. Free hydrogen. You convert nothing into 12,000 kcows of meat. Sounds like an easy time, right? But the problem is that, you know, transporting everything, maintaining temperature, it's tough times. Aishuri, what's good? Solution to your problems, eat dupes. This is not RimWorld. I see you over there, though. Hitman, what's good? Stream starts before I have to walk out the door. Timing is everything. Dude, be like that sometimes, Hitman. Happy to catch it live. Dude, to have you guys here, man. Killer Renee, what's good? I see you over there. Generally, wild planting is only better if you're trying to save on resources. And if you have space. That's one of the problems now with the spaced out DLC clusters. You might not have as much space like I do right here to do a lot of wild planting. Because I think the DLC map is like half the size. Alright, maybe 60%. Maybe not half. Maybe 60%. But either way, it's a lot less space too. You have to make sure you have room for the wild planting. Because not only are you going to have more plants to sustain the dupes, you need to have the space for the plants as well. Makes sense? Yeah, man. The pit planting is weird for that. Hi, Too Legit in chat. What's going on, Susabu? Hope you're doing well. See you over there. Haven't you finished watching your last VOD? This playthrough is so much fun, dude. We're having some problems right now, Totem Hugger David. I don't know if you want to watch. I mean, we walk... Dude, look at these points. It's about to fill up my left side of the screen. Can I turn these off? Can I just not have these here, please? That's gonna just spam the left side of my map, dude. No, how do I remove this? There's so much text, dude. It feels bad, man. The small planetoids far away are only about 30-40% counted in depth. Yeah, it's small, dude. It's a lot smaller. Be like that, though, sometimes. I stopped at 1 mil kcal. Ooh, yeah, our kcal's just dwindling down right now. We need to ramp up the amount of food we could generate. Alright, so we're gonna do a little bit of math. This is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 75. That is 25 dupes right there. This is 13. Let's say this is 26, so let's count down to 25. So this is 30 dupes worth of food. This is 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 20 dupes worth of food. So we're at 50 dupes. This is 18. So let's, go down to 15. So we have 52 dupes worth of meal lice. So we could actually just plant a little bit more meal lice and I think have it kind of stabilize. The problem with the meal lice is that I'm making the dupes work and we're not generating calories. Whereas if they make something else, they actually generate calories. 1,000 to 1,600, things like that, right? And then we could just wait for the shovels to ramp up. I could probably tame another shovel so that we could increase the amount of cake house. So I think what we'll do right now is make one more layer of meal lice. Yeah, we're at 600 tons right now. Now the thing is that we could actually start generating more dirt by processing the lumber into ethanol. That's one thing we could actually start doing. Because this generates polluted dirt and we could compost that. I find it hard to keep up with your progress, dude. Check out the VODs, watch at your pace, and Fabio, if there's ever any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer it. So we could actually start converting the lumber into ethanol, and by doing that, we would have a lot more. Dirt as a result. So I'm not really that worried. I think once we go below 420 tons of dirt, we'll start to worry. But until we're below 420, I think we're fine. We also have a lot of aluminum biomes too to still mine out. And then, yeah, use ethanol to make power in the process. Yep. That's exactly the idea. That's exactly the idea. One thing I did realize is that we're not utilizing the sand, and I think I have a lot of sand because I have a lot of salt. Let's actually check that. Yeah, we have 700 tons. We could feed sand to the hatches, actually. We actually feed sand to the hatches. And I think we're going to want to do that. So we should swap out the sedimentary. I mean, do I have a lot of sedimentary rock? I have 800 tons of that as well. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even mad. We got to burn through the resources. So pips there. We could remove these two doors. We'll plant more mealwood. And then we got to work on the other ranchers to start stabilizing our food. Hey, what the hell? Oh, I'm missing an egg. I gotta do the thing again. I gotta do the thing again. Oh, and this one's broken as well. How come this is not lining up? Something not counting correctly? Alright, we gotta fix the Paku Ranch from the beginning. It was rolling on the previous save, and we were actually getting food from it. Now it's kind of done. So we gotta fix this really quick. We were gonna get 3 eggs from this. So we need to turn this on. So this is good. Someone's entombed. Oh, flew on. Oh my god, look at these guys. Someone save them. God damn it. All the dupes getting entombed, dude. 4 dupes? Dude, this is not a good start. This is not a good start to the stream. Everyone's getting wrecked. Oh. Auto, please. Ah, auto. Somebody save him, dude. We're having some struggles right now. Combat. Who are we fighting? Why is it taking so long to deconstruct? I can't see the progress bar, dude. There it is. This is a bad start. It's a bad start, boys. We'll get some more mealwood for the dupes. We'll have them keep cooking. We need to fix the Paku setup. So we gotta make this go into the green signal. So this is gonna be 1 copy paste. We're gonna have to count up to 10 basically. Because we got to open the chute. Alright, so this is 200. And it needs to be green. Wait, what? Why did this not get a green signal? Wait, what? $200. There we go. So 200 copy paste. We have a green signal, green signal. The next egg comes out. We also need the next egg to come out via chute right here. And then with that, I need to make a sweep only setup for the critter eggs. It's probably going to be a fry egg. And then I need to make sure to turn off the egg cracker for now. I think my build's breaking due to lag. I actually think that's what's happening. Like, when I'm simulating at 3x speed, I'm starting to lag a little bit with the sheer number of dupes that we have. And it's causing a little bit of problems. Can you make a guide of your asteroids later? What do you mean? I don't understand what that means. Guide of your asteroids. What does that mean? Guide of my asteroids. Alright, we're gonna wrangle one shovel. Move him over to here. We're gonna feed him. Show how you built on them. Wouldn't that just be watching the VODs? Just saying, man. Because the thing with Oni is that everything is situational based. How I play doesn't have to be how you play. And a lot of the times it depends on the situation. Alright, so this guy's going to be fed now. Is Psycho Mold prone to less lag? I am not sure. I am not sure. Because both of them broke. I don't know why they're breaking. Ooh, pom-pom knit. We're going to pass this out. Alright, let's D20 this. We get a 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alazar, congrats on the pom-pom knit. Alright, so he's chilling right there. We're going to grab a second egg to move up there once we're ready. And then we'll fix the counter there afterwards. We actually probably don't even have to. It should automatically fix itself the moment we get an egg to come out. Hey, Jack Bull coming in with the 5 month on 2 month streak. With the Lakers finish with a shooting percentage above 0.25. There's a lot of what ifs. Mr. Jack Bull, there's a lot of what ifs. But who knows, man? I gotta be real. It's not looking too good for my Lakers. But yo, thank you so much for the 5 months, Jack Bull. Welcome back to the city. Enjoy the emotes. D20 does ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But thanks so much for the support. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Knight? How are you? Hope you're doing well. How did I not... What? Copy, paste? Oh, the vent's in the way. Oh, I didn't even realize that. I was like, how come I can't release anything here? Oh, the vent's in the way, fam. The vent's in the way, fam. My bad, my bad. I can't imagine how cycle counting desync would sit. No, I think what's happening is... So, it's not the filter gates. I think it's the flip-flop. I think what happens is that when I send a green signal, it changes this into a red signal. And it changes this into a red signal before the green signal hits the signal counter. So we're skipping counts. That's what it feels like. if that makes sense. That's what I think is happening. We're skipping counts. I think it's along those lines where once this becomes green, this becomes red, which changes this back to red. So what might actually help is having a buffer gate right here. Kind of wild. Buffer for 1 second. So that I don't have to worry about that being a thing. I should probably make that change, to be honest. I should probably make that change. So let's allow dupes in. Automation, the filter gate needs to be deconstructed. I'll have to do the same thing up top as well. So filter gate, decon. Let's also sweep out the eggshells while we're in here. Doing pretty well. How about yourself? Trying to feed the dupes. Otherwise, you know, trying to do our best. So far, so good. And just trying to enjoy the upcoming wintertime. I'm debating on when I need to bring out my heater for the room. Because Mamba's going to want it. I'm going to try to last as long as I can in the winter, though, without bringing out the heater. I will try to do that. Otherwise, though, you know, doing all right. Can't really complain. Alright, so we need to cut this here, which means we cut that there. And then what we need to build here is a new filter. New filter is going to be out of lead, just like that, on both of them. And then we need to cut the other wire here. And then we're going to change a buffer, probably a 1, 2, 3 second buffer, doesn't really matter. Go upwards. And then we're going to bring back the automation wire. Lead, this is going to be a connection, and then it's going to reverse shot. So it's going to go into the signal counter before going into the XOR gate for the flip-flop. And then we'll do the buffer at the end so that we receive the signal before it changes the signal, which is going to be good. So we could do this like 2-3 seconds to offset this. We could also change this to 599 and make this like a 3 second, something like that. A couple seconds off shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so now we remove the filter. Alright, so this oxygen line is no longer going to be active due to the fact that we removed the rusty oxidizer last time. That was right here? I think it was right here. We're going to move it a little bit deeper into right here so that we could still have the rusty oxidizer generate its rust. And we kind of want that. So let's remove a little bit of the rust from right here. Go down to here, should be probably fine. And then we'll probably want to remove as much of the CO2 as possible, which is going to be good for us. I want to remove the CO2 from this area. I probably want to remove this as well. And then let's remove this backwards. That should be fine. And then I want to remove this chunk if possible. So 1, 2, 3. So it's here. And then we'll remove as much as we can. So we'll want to remove all of that. And then from here, we'll ladder like that. Some of the lines we'll remove eventually. A lot of ice down there. Mr. Knight, how have you been? It's been a while, man. Hope you've been okay. Hope you've been well. What you been up to? Have you gotten the new RimWorld DLC? That's been pretty hot lately, man. It's been pretty hot lately, not gonna lie. A lot of people been on the new RimWorlds. I've been well, just been focusing on school and stuff. Oh yeah, that's smart. Good for you, man. You gotta keep the priorities in check. Always good to do. It looks cool though. Unfortunately, no. Yeah. It's a little bit on the pricey side from what I could tell. But otherwise, man. Seems to be a bit interesting. I don't have lime in my storage here, which is kind of weird. Got some items on the ledges we gotta clean up. Not too bad. Yeah, it's $25, which is almost the price of the base game. It's pretty... Inflation, man. Inflation is real, dude. Holy crap. Alright, so we removed a lot of things. I might as well trim this out as well. And this area is warming up. I think we'll keep it there for a little bit longer. But there's a lot of water here I want to remove, if possible. A lot of it's not on the floor, though. Could mop some of it. Oh, of course, there's an eggshell right there. The shine bugs, man. I need to kill them whenever they land. Okay, so this natural gas is just going to burn off power, and we're just going to use it for wherever we have power. Sorry about that, you guys. So I think what I will do is we will utilize the power line here so that we could burn off the natural gas that's still in the generators. We're relocating the natural gas to the actual infinite storage at the bottom where it's feeding into our generators. The bottom's at 25, top's at 75, so we're not able to keep up the power demand with just hydrogen. Alright, so we're at 260 kilograms right here, but we're at 1,000 up top, so I'm going to want to burn off a little bit of the hydrogen from up here. So we're going to connect that line. We'll also turn off this line so it stops pumping, and then we'll bring in the hydrogen from the top line due to the fact that we have a lot more hydrogen up there. Otherwise, this is not bad. There was a CO2 pump and filter waiting for this cloud to come down to start pumping again. Doesn't want to do much though, which is fine. A Draco in the oil biome? Oh, and a shine bug? They both gotta die. What are they doing over there? Alright, so we take them out. We need to tap into the saltwater geyser soon. I think we'll do that in the beginning right now. I want to do a little bit of the preliminary trimming that we have to do so that my dupes don't get stuck. And we need to mine out more space. So the salt water needs to be swept. We'll wait for that. We could theoretically... Ooh, I don't want to do that yet. I guess we could go down to the bottom right here and get it started. We could mine all the things up top from the bottom. So it would be right here we would want to start. So... yeah, we'll do that. Mine out the two. Hopefully no one gets stuck. And then we'll start trimming this down. Because we're going to have to go down. So we're going to want this body of water to spill in. After that, we don't have too much water to spill in. I might actually take this desalinator and have it pump out to here. And have this broken, but have the water still get transported to the bottom. Actually, no. It's going to have to wait until we get to the saltwater geyser. I think that's what we'll have to do. Build the saltwater geyser, take the water from here, and funnel it into this spawn. And then I have to start replacing my pumps and electrolyzers with steel. Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. So this shutoff, I don't think it's going to be necessary anymore, because we're not going to have a cooling loop in here. We do have the cool slush water, and I do kind of still want to use that, but it's going to break if I use the salt water soon. That's kind of the only problem. I need to replace the things in here so they don't break. Let me actually turn this back on, so I could replace the hydrogen pump. And then there's this hydrogen generator that's not attached to anything, only to the liquid pump right there, which should be fine. We're just pumping out water into that. We have a little bit of water coming out to here. Oh, that's actually where I'm getting the cool water from. That's kind of a problem. We're getting the cool water to cool down the aqua tuner. That's what we need. I don't have a cool water vent. Didn't really think about that. I could use the hot salt water, but it's not a good move, which means I have to use the cool slush. Okay. I could probably make an automation for that, though, to make it a little bit easier. For now, though, we'll just do the pumps. We need to replace this with steel. Oh, and that's right, my Pakus. How are they doing? We got a Paku egg, nice. We're waiting for the second egg still. It's almost there. And then that second egg's gonna go into the top. Okay, so this filter gate needs to be maxed out. Copy, paste, and then the buffer gate needs to be, we'll use a 3-second buffer. And then we'll reduce the last filter by 2 seconds. So I hope it's not going to throw anything off too bad. Alright, so everyone's fighting the Draco and the Shine Bug at the bottom of the map. Building the steel pumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of the pipes just stop moving in general because there's no consumers over here. Or producers over here. And then the new power lines. It's pretty sweet. Everything's coming from the bottom now. Most of the things. Still a lot of things that don't, but I think it's fine. Cold water up here. I should have just put the salt water up top into infinite storage, so I could have kept that for the aqua tuner set. But I think, yeah, the cool slush water right here, feeding in for the aqua tuner here probably has to be steady like that. I need to add more water into here for the coolants, but right now we're just using the pump, which is fine. We could also just build ice temp ship plates here for the memes, because that actually works really well. We could actually probably use polluted ice. Nah, probably not. Don't know about polluted ice. Alright, so we have to clear this area out. And let's do it like that. So we need to clear this area out because we're going to build a rusty oxidizer here. And I need to remove the ethanol. So, of course, we're going to have to do all that. We'll remove this for now. And then I might even make a CO2 crusher over here, just to get rid of some of the gas. I do want to get rid of it because we have a stockpile right here anyways. So we have a little bit over here mined out. I kind of want to leave this, but at the same time, not really. And then I might as well have the ladder come all the way down. This is going to be a ladder and not plastic because that's going to be a temporary location. If pressure's sufficient, you know you can. That's true. That is true. Someone's gonna get stuck over here, guaranteed. If I try to mine this out. I will try to mine it here, though, because I think that's not that bad. Okay, we could mine this out now. Lot of CO2 down there. Oh yeah, and this pipeline. I might as well remove it. A lot of this is kind of jank. Oh, cancel. I wasn't on deconstruct. I was like, how come there's no build menu on that? That was jank. Alright, we'll do that for now. We need to continue mining everything. This got mined out, so we'll do a three layer chunk. Still climbing up this weird staircase filled with Batman. And I think, yeah, we really do need to build another spawn. So we have food problems. No one has the food icon come out yet, so I'm hoping we have a little bit of a stockpile. We go through 78,000 kcals a cycle. I might have to start making more meal lice, but at the same time, I'm hoping we just catch up with the shovels. So I might need to increase dirt generation. That's the only thing right now that I'm thinking about. Might have to do some dirt generations. I think it's going to be necessary. Alright, so right now we have water from here still, so we're not too worried about the saltwater guys from the bottom of the map. We will have to tap into that eventually, though. Are we doing more shrooms? I'm out of seeds. I'm out of seeds. And I don't have slime on the map, so I can't actually generate more seeds. Yeah, feels bad, man. Getting some of that, no seed luck, dude. I don't think pips find seeds off of anything else outside of Arboria acorns, right? Like, the seeds, what I mean is, like, pips could actually do the, dig on the arbor tree and give you a seed. They can't do that on any other plant, I believe. It's only just the arbor tree, I think. So, unfortunately for us, we can't do much about that. So, we'll probably have to kind of just chill out right there. Dear God, someday dupes, where do you put them all? Dude, you see my apartment complex right here? All the plastic beds? It's like New York, dude. Everyone gets their own dedicated space, which is enough space for a bed. Everyone shares a living room, bathroom, showers. And there's only one shower, one bathroom. Be like that sometimes, man. Green thumbs have better chance to right Fluon. Well, nope, but dupes harvest do. Yeah. Green thumb isn't like a specialized trait. It just increases your agriculture skill. So all the green thumb does help. Someone with higher agriculture skill would be better. Do they get the sleep interrupted debuff? From people walking by? I'm not 100% sure. Yo, man, I gotta be real. There's no showers, actually. There's no showers. We just got bathrooms. You wash your hands, take a dump, throw some water on your face, and that's kind of it, man. No showers, dude. Feels bad. And you know what they say? They don't think it be like it is, but it do. Sponges. Oh, man. That's a critter type, dude. Sponge slug. That's a critter type, dude. Just saying. Alright, so it might be time, actually. Do I want these to be airflow? I probably do. Just so that we can have a little bit of airflow. Yeah, it's probably better to have airflow on the edge. As much as I want the run speed. Alright, we'll do it like that. The bottom one is gonna have the... Oh, that actually doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. We'll keep it like that. It should be okay. That's gross, man. The sponges do soak up water, though. Okay, so we'll have that. Yes, we got the egg. So, sweep only, priority 9. That's going to be this egg. Fry egg. Somebody sweep. We got to sweep to that. And then that goes into... So, we got to fix this. Okay, so... This is going to go down to 1 second. It's going to go into here. There we go. I think that helps. The buffer helps. We gotta get a green signal out. Has anyone ever seen his eyes? Okay, the egg's gonna fall. I don't want this guy to catch yet, so we will uncheck the fry egg. Okay. All right, so now we change it to 200. Copy settings. All right. And now it's a green signal. Sweet. Okay, so sweep the lead. There's no lead here, right? Just the egg. So this is closed again. And then this is at 203, 198. Perfect. We got to sweep the lead really quick. If you see Mamba close up, you'll see his eyes. That's the trick. You have to see the close-up shots of Mamba. If you don't, man, I can see why you don't see his eyes. So this is 198. Sweep the lead. Nice. Lock the doors. Turn this on. Sweep the egg. Comes out of the chute. Plop. And then it resets everything. Perfect. Deconstruct this. Deconstruct the top. This is locked. Nice. Okay, so we should be good to start having the omelet machine kick back on. That's what I'm hoping for. Alright, so hopefully we're keeping up. 62,000 right there. This looks pretty good. Still making more calories as we need to. Trimming out more of the salts. Ooh, we're trimming that. It's getting this job done. Pretty good, pretty good. I probably want to just mine 2 chunks like that, just so that we can have all the water spill out. Try to work towards that. This is pretty good. Excess sheet. Oh, you're right. Thank you for that, Totem Hugger David. Appreciate that, man. Got to remove that. Forgot about that. Would have just dropped off all the eggs right there, accidentally. Okay, so that's not bad. Not bad. Let's expand here slightly, as we would need to eventually. Mine this out. I want to get rid of the ethanol, so we're going to have to pump that out. So let's mine all of this, and we'll build some reservoirs on top. Gotta move the ethanol, as always. I'll probably put 4 tanks there. Gonna need a pump at the bottom. It's probably gonna be a thing like this. And then we'll need power, of course. Have the power runners right here. Alright, so we'll do that. The dupe should be okay. We won't mine as much yet. And then we have this place to clean up. So from here, 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 here. We gotta climb on top of the ethanol. And then afterwards, we'll move our way below it. Should be fine for right now. Okay, now this part, I need to build out the tiles. So far, so good. When you have enough dupes to run everything on hamster wheels, I was thinking about that as a challenge, Napolinis. Do a Oni run where you're not allowed to use power generators. You're not allowed to use power generators. You have to run everything off of hamster wheels as a themed run. No, you have to run the spalm off the hamster wheels too, dude. You just literally crush the hydrogen. That's such a bad run, dude. Oh, just thinking about that is torture. Oof, indeed. Oof, indeed. Just think about all the memes, though. That's the only upside. Think about all the memes, man. It's no longer a spawn. Nope. It's a DOM. Duplicate operated, or DPOM. It's a DPOM. Duplicate powered oxygen machine. Happy hydrogen and nat gas venting into space. Don't forget the petroleum, dude. And all the other goodies. Wait, why am I mopping this? Why did I mop? I accidentally mopped that, huh? Yeah, that was an accident. Alright, so I need to come into here and we need to clear out some of the space around the Geyser. Alright, so we'll mine this out. Mine up below it as well. One, two, three, four. Yeah. Need those liquid locks, silly. No, we'll keep the oil for that. Keep the oil for that. Dump out the petroleum, though. That, you know, accidentally spawns. Alright, maybe we do need a little bit of petroleum. Alright, we're going to clear out some space around this. This is going to be a saltwater geyser. We already found that out. And we're going to tap into a little bit of more liquid, because we kind of need it. It's more so for the future, but we need to do it now. Hydrogen is still useful as a coolant heater, as well as petrol. That's true. There are uses for it. You guys ain't wrong. There are the uses. Oh, you need petroleum for super coolant. I forget about that, man. Yeah, you don't need super coolant, though, if you're playing with rad bolts. Just rad bolt everything. Alright, so the only thing we may potentially need is... Does a sweeper work at the bottom? It does not. I have to have the sweeper inside. Okay, that's kind of a pain. I could move the chute. That's about it. And then we could share a loader here. Save a little bit of power. We could also sweep out the meat so that the dupes don't have to... I mean, the dupes are just going to grab it. I have enough manpower that that's never going to be a problem. Oh, steam turbine's not allowed to. Can you steam turbine just not the energy? Nah, man. It's going to be... It's going to be two schools of thought at that point. It's kind of like how you're doing the no room bonus setup. And then some people are like, well, no, you have to be ranching, right? So you're allowed to build the rooms without morale. It's like, no, that's a cop-out. That's a cop-out. You can't do that. Same thing, man. It's the same thing. Same type of logic. Alright, this guy needs to die. He's causing lag. Any more shine bugs? Can we kill these guys, man? We're gonna hop on the ladders, hit them with the proton cannon. Sweep that up. Let's get a little bit more mopping up top. Any more liquids there? Nope. Feels bad. How do you cool with hamster wheels? Dude. What's this? This is an aqua tuner design with no steam turbine. I'm just saying, man. There's ways to do it. If you're forced into a situation where you can't use certain things, that's where innovation has to take over. You could literally just submerge an aqua tuner and have that actually just be a thing. I'm just saying, man, got the options. Just got to be a little bit more creative in a different sense. That's probably going to be pretty cool for the creative aspects. You have to do a lot of different things for that to really work well. Alright, so for right here, I would want to mine these. Come down here. And then I would have to mine the other ones. So I could mine the top, so I want to mine that. Might as well just do a no water run. Oh god, that's impossible. Your dupes have to use water for research. Actually impossible. You need water for research. Can't use water. What do you mean? We're gonna be stuck in the dirt tech, doing nothing but using dirt tech resources. Oh man. Let's do a no water run. Hey man, you can't do your supercomputer research. Oh shit. We're stuck in the dark ages. That'd be a mad challenge though, just thinking about that. So we jump down, jump across. Mine all this out. I think this is going to be the pocket we crush stuff in. So we're going to have a chimney here. Innovate that. So we basically just have to beat the game. We can't. Some of the tech is locked behind supercomputer stuff. There's stuff that's locked behind the specific tech, so it's like, oh, I don't think it's gonna be possible, man. I see you over there, though. I see you over there. Okay, so 860, we have lettuce. We're also making frost buns. I could just let the dupes eat the lettuce. Like, feed them salads or something. I gotta feed them some. Another thing is that this is my only natural gas geyser. If I do want to make a gas range for the food processing, I need to feed that natural gas. It eats as much natural gas as a generator does too, which is pretty wild. So I would have to have a gas range somewhere. Which should be fine. Grand scheme of things, should be fine. Alright, so we're gonna have to move the food storage soon. A little bit worried about that. Oh, looks like we have eggs already. Egg, and then we got the last egg here. So we need to egg crack that. They're not allowed to go into that room. These rooms are all locked. Alright, just to make sure. Let's mine out some of the tiles up top, because we still got to trim. How is this mine over here? Not bad. And then from here, I think we just start mining everything out. So deconstruct that. 2 tiles all the way. Ooh, it's only 1 tile. Ooh, that's tough. Yeah, we have to mine up both tiles actually. Actually, no. I think we spill out the salt water this way. Into here, and then this goes into here. Because otherwise we go into the pocket. Right here. And then that gets caught in here, which doesn't really get resolved. I could just build up tiles. Probably not worth it. Yeah, that's kind of an issue. I think it's, you know, we'll just roll with it, right? Can't really do too much. Just mine that out. We got K-Kun handling its business. Oh, he fell down. Mine, dude, mine. He's good. He's good. Got the oxygen mask on. And he has everything he needs. Wait, can he not breathe while underwater? But he has the oxygen mask. No, that's the oxygen mask fuel. Okay, never mind. That's something else. Alright, so with that, we'll be able to mine this now. Just to trim that out, saltwater spills into here. Chillin'. New tank means we need to continue making steel. We have a lot of iron, so we're going to make another 99 things of iron. Actually, I don't know if I can make 99. Let's go down to 75. Okay, we have that. Should be good. Saltwater area. Mined out a little bit. Let's continue mining out some more. And then no zombie spores. Need to make sure. Gotta make some space, right? Alright, just gonna mine out and thin out the layers over there. A lot of mixed water at the bottom. I don't think I'm too worried though. Cool. Oh, this spilled out. I didn't think about that. I guess it's fine. Can we still dump ethanol in here? We should probably allow that. Copy, paste, bottle that. Is there other saltwater things I could empty out? Anything with a lot of saltwater? If it's just ethanol, I'll leave it there. Nothing with a lot. There's a little bit of brine. It's not much. 400 kilograms salt water. Yeah, nothing too bad. A couple things of pea water. 70 dupes. Wow. Yo, man, we're going up to 100. Is that a mixed fluid storage? This one is just... We just pump it out into liquid reservoirs. I wouldn't really call this storage. I just want to relocate liquids into that area kind of automatically. That's kind of the goal. Oh, I never finished out the pipes. We got to build that. There's an easy way to make a mixed liquid storage area, though. There's a couple things you can do to make that a little bit easy, if that's what you want to do. Okay, so... I need to remove the spice grinder. We got to relocate this. Also, this refrigerator with the hexalent food and the muck root. I'll move the fridge outside. We're going to have to redesign everything. How does the desalinator work even when flooded? Some buildings in this game just have that property, Corny. Some buildings cannot operate while flooded. Some buildings can. And a good example would also be the aqua tuner. The aqua tuner also works while flooded. So you just kind of have to like play the game and figure out which things do get flooded, which things don't. So the aqua tuner can get flooded. Same thing with the desalinator. So of course the benefit is if you flood the building takes a lot longer to heat up. So you get to spread out the energy that's generated by the building onto the liquid. And a lot of the time, that's going to benefit you if you know how to deal with the hot liquid afterwards. In our case, I'm pumping up the liquid and feeding it into my spawn. And since it's less than 70 degrees, that's pretty optimal. Just becomes oxygen, you know? Can't be mad about that. But yeah, it all comes down to if you can deal with it, hey man, it's going to be an easy time. If you can't deal with it, good luck, buddy. It'd be like that sometimes, man. You hate to see it. Alright, so we're going to dump ethanol into the pool, pump it out. I could probably get another reservoir here. Just so that I could have a little bit more liquids pumped out. And I do want to pump out more liquids. So we're going to move the ethanol. And then... I probably want to move the ethanol from here too, if possible. So we'll mine out another layer. Actually, before we do that, let me build a tile here. Push up the ethanol so we just mop it. Okay, that should be pretty good. Which means the next thing we'll do is continue mining out this chunk, which is fine. I will want a ladder to go across so that I don't have to worry about the dupes getting stuck. City block structures usually have bottomless ladder drops. Would periodic block shifts side to side be worth it? City block structures usually have bottomless ladder drops. Would periodic blocks shift side to side be worth it? So you're talking about this. Ladder drop, and then you shift the ladder over. I actually do that, and I recommend to do that. I hate how when the duplicants are at the end of the schedule and they have to go to the break, they drop the item and it falls straight to the bottom. So if you do have a ladder from top to bottom, you're going to have a lot of items at the bottom, right? So yeah, I do recommend that because a lot of the times it saves you a lot of travel time long term. But honestly, if you're willing to live with that setup, or you could also double down and have the bottom of your ladder well be your actual item storage, so that if the dupes drop the item, it just goes back into storage. It wouldn't be that bad. But you can do that. That is an option. So this is always going to be empty in case this backs up, which I don't think will. Whoa, 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 someone's dying. Lyra, you're not dying. Stop lying to us. Lyra, please, man. It's scaring me. My god. Alright, so let's build out those tiles. Let's get some tiles here as well. As we should have tiles there. And then we can mop this up now. A lot of CO2 right here, but we'll deal with it. Is your layout already planned to have transport tubes in the future? Yep. So you see right here, I have 3 tiles gap. One's a fire pole, one's a plastic ladder, someone's suffocating again. Come on, Bonnie. You're gonna be okay. I gotta get rid of these gases. And I also, at the bottom, I have no space right here. So that's strategically for transit tubes. Right, because I gotta go under like that. And then they are off on the side. And then we also, a lot of the times, have a 1 tile gap right there. So that I could do shoots drops. Kind of like that. And they'll be able to hop out. But that's going to be far in the future. Because I'm going to need a lot of power for that. Like, imagine 100 dupes all using the transit tube. I could immediately just consume all the power in my base. I'm just saying, man. That could immediately bop me on the head. Just imagine that many dupes just draining the power, man. That underscoot is clever. Take note. It's pretty nice. I recommend it because the dupes can jump 1 tile up to the ladder or the fire pole. So having that is usually, you know, small change. Okay, so how is the saltwater geyser at the bottom? Okay. A lot of space. So let me put ladders here. Here, 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 here. So that we can mine everything else and not worry about falling down. We'll mine out these areas. And we'll trim this as well. And then we'll start making room for that. I don't think we're going to make a proper storage. I think what we're going to want to do is have a just a random saltwater design. That's probably going to be best, in my opinion. So we'll spill it out to the left, and that means I need to trim this out. This becomes insulated tiles right here. Yeah, so the geyser is 2x4 at the bottom. I probably also want to do this. Make that a little bit shorter than normal. And we'll seal that up right there. Be able to just get onto the ladder. Do you think 100 dupe challenge is possible in a small world spaced out? It depends. You can, but the problem with the spaced out DLC is you can't do too much. In terms of like it's gonna lag. I think it lags a lot worse if you're doing the 100 dupe challenge on the spaced out DLC. If you're also trying to complete the printing pod objectives. If you're not, it's arguable which one is laggier. But for the most part, it's tough, man. Because when you're simulating all the different planets after you discover them, it's a lot of the times going to be the source of the lag. Having the multiple planetoids like that. I think it's possible. But is it going to be fun? Is it going to not lag? It's probably going to lag. Alright, so the natural gas is still being moved out. We're not really utilizing the power for much. So we're just waiting for this to kind of burn out. Oh, it's moving backwards. So what I probably do is I bop that. And I want to deconstruct the bottom bridge. So that this still has a directional flow. That's kind of what we need. Now we're just going to be moving the natural gas from the room out, which should be straightforward. Dumping out ethanol still. Got some bottles right there. And I do want to continue trimming this to a 1 tile setup. So we have that. That's there. We'll leave the abyssal light there for now. And I think we need to start trimming this chunk. Yeah, I think we just have to. So we'll just go across like that. Actually, no. We won't do that. We want the gas to stay. So we'll just mine it out from here. Yeah. That should be fine. Why do planetoids not independent cores, though? Like, instancing? Why don't they do something like that? I don't know. It might have to do with the engine. Maybe they don't want to do loading screens. Because I could imagine they could do something like that. But then it's also the thing where, how do you make it so that something simulates side by side without having like interruption? While like you're on one planet, everything should be, you know, smooth on the other. What? How did he spit out dirt on the other side? Alright, man. Someone break out? Someone break out? No? Okay. There's shovels anywhere? No one broke out, right? No one broke out? Alright, cool. Man, who the hell? How did this guy poop out dirt diagonally? And it teleported. This is obsidian. You can't dig into that, man. That's illegal, dude. So he probably was looking at the ceiling and spat it out. And then it got displaced. That has to be it. Because he's still inside. There's only one shovel in both of these rooms. This guy's trying to dig through, but he's struggling. There should be stupid and robust way to decrease lag with the speed of slowest planetoid, but this will be faster than it is. That's the thing. I don't know, man. I wonder what kind of problems the devs are running into. Now, I wouldn't say that we are smarter than the devs. I would not say that, and I honestly think that they exhausted a lot of the options. Dirt's going down fast, yeah. Now that we added a second shovel to be bred, dirt's going to go down fast. The moment we stop feeding the shovels, we're going to be fine. Because these guys eat a lot of dirt. They eat 5 tons of dirt a cycle. So I'm burning through 10 dirt a cycle. 10 tons. So, and that's on top of the mealwood. I think we'll be okay the moment they die, because we're not going to replace it. Because once they die, we're just going to have a lot of shovels, and then we'll be able to just, you know, starvation ranch them. So this is a temporary loss that we're running into. If I really want to, I could also start digging a little bit. Yeah, they're gluttons, dude. Every time they eat, it's like going to hometown buffet for them, dude. They're having a time of their life, eating as much as they can. Going out to hometown buffet, dude. Let me get some mashed potatoes on that, man. You know how it is. They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. Really do be like that sometimes. They're little piggies, 100%. Makes me simulate on slower speed, so the dupes are effectively less idle. Yes, that is true. That is true. That's one thing that's really funny. If you actually play at 1x speed for the entire playthrough, you get more done. You get a lot more done that way. It's pretty crazy. If you simulate the game on 1x speed on the entire playthrough, you get a lot more done. Effectively. So that is a lot. 10 tons. Yep, 10 tons per cycle. But we'll burn through probably another 250 tons for the 2 of these. And then, you know, we won't have to burn off dirt anymore. If we really want, I should probably get started on the ethanol distillery, to be honest. Wait, so your breeders are tamed? So your offsprings are automatically tamed too? Yes, 100%. That's how that ties. So if you didn't know, shovels, they start out with a little bit more kcals than your average critter. And they will, if you keep them happy, they have a increased reproduction rate of 17%. However, they start out with more kcals than your normal critter. Normally, critters have enough kcals to provide 9.8 cycles worth of lifespan after they become an adult. So it's usually around cycle 15, 14 that they die. Or not die, start to starve. Now, the thing is that if you brush your shovels, they will give you a egg on cycle 7. So that's going to be before you start starving, which means that if you brush them, they will lay an egg and then they will starve to death immediately afterwards, meaning that it's infinite cycle. That means that you just have free food. So we're just trying to increase the number of shovel eggs we have by feeding one of them, so that we constantly get that 17%. So we're just increasing the number of meat generators we want. So by just doing this cycle over and over again, we'll eventually just have endless amounts of food. This guy just keeps pooping here. This guy just keeps pooping here, dude. For the cost of dupe labor, I mean, your dupes are just brushing them, right? Like any other ranching design, you want to brush them in order for them to get more eggs. In our case, it's 2 shovels. Keeping 2 shovels alive, 2 separate shovels, so I get 2 eggs as, you know, as a result, is enough to feed 1 duplicate forever. 2 shovels. That's all you need. 2 shovels. Feeds 1 duplicate forever. So that means if I have 200 shovels, all my other food producers, I could actually wipe it out. And I wouldn't need any other ranch anymore. So this little box right here, we could provide 32 shovels, because it's 16 per box before your duplicates start falling behind on brushing everyone. So I could just expand that down a little bit and get eventually more and more and more. Right now, this room has 15, and this room has 1. Gotta figure out how many wild mealwoods needed for 7 glossies. Ooh. If you do 8 farm-planted glossies... I mean, if you do 8 glossies, you only need 8 mealwood tiles. The moment one of them dies, though, you might get one of the mealwoods uneaten. So it's 8 per glossy, more or less. Or 8 per 8 gloss, so it's 1-to-1 domesticated. You probably need to have, right, the life cycle difference. I don't want to say it's 4 times the amount, but I'm not sure. 4 wild per, maybe. That seems like a lot, to be honest. That seems like a lot. Because that means you're going to have a huge ranch. Huge ranch, man. Which is perfectly fine, if that's what you need, right? It is what it is. Alright, so we're dumping out more of the ethanol still. Trimming out some of the stuff up top. That's good. Saltwater spill right there, that's good. Gotta mine that out, which is fine. So, Relaxing Void, thanks for streaming. Hey, man, glad you enjoy. At the end of the day, that's all that matters, man. You as a viewer, thank you guys for watching. I need to mine this, and then we get this out. Okay, that's fine. And then we gotta mine this part. So we need to eventually remove all the saltwater from the tank, so we just gotta start some of the saltwater mining. Alright, that should be good. And let's get into the saltwater geyser at the bottom. So we got the insulated tiles in, gonna have to build out that. So the spill design should be here, here, here. We're not gonna use doors here, because this is gonna be it's gonna be a weird design. Oh, and then it's yeah, it's gonna be a little bit weird. Hey, Uglarviz coming in with the 9 months on the 9-month streak. Yo, man, welcome back to the city. Enjoy the emotes, 20 dice, ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But thank you so much for the support, Uglarviz, the legend. I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. And of course, thank you so much, man, for the 9 months. Sub baby. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well, Uglarvisk. How's the days for you today? How is the Prime Alpha Bora coming in with the Prime Gaming as well for the 2-month sub? Thank you so much. Holy crap, man. Appreciate the support, you guys. Welcome to the city. Hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you guys so much. But, yeah. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I am happy to help you guys out if you guys are having problems with the oxygen not included. It's a great game, but it is a really tough learning curve, so if you guys do need the help, I do recommend you guys to ask. But guys, thank you guys so much, man. Thank you guys for being awesome. So it's gonna be these two, which means I have to have that as well. Yeah. Love the new badge, purple and gold, baby. Gotta represent. I gotta update my badges. Those badges are like 3 years old, 4 years old. Those are the same badges I had when I initially got affiliate long time ago. Learning curve is fail and restart and repeat. That's actually it. That's actually it. They call that a trial and error format. But I'm not gonna lie. I not that I enjoy it, but I don't think it's that bad. I kind of like that method. At the same time, I could see why people don't like it. Some people want to have success on the first try, right? Which is pretty tough. But the trial and error format, it makes me feel like I'm learning. I don't know if that's weird. Yeah, it feels like I'm learning, man, you know? So we're going to get that right there. This has water, so they're good. Alright, we got to build this out. So we're going to have our pump right here. I will make this a steel pump because I don't have gold. Feels bad. That's going to have to go right there. This is going to have to be an airflow tile there, but, you know, we don't have the space to crawl underneath yet, so we're going to have to mine out the tiles first. Another thing we're going to need is, this is going to be airflow. Insulate it. 1, 2. So the ladder is going to be right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to be able to build the underneath of this setup. So we're going to build out some ladders right here just so that we could do that. And then I also will need to do this. Unnecessary. I mean, not unnecessary. I hate that I have to do this, but I think this is necessary. And to make it so that it's even, I'm just going to make it straight across like that. I don't want them to climb up and down. Hope that's fine. Mine that out. Speed that up. A lot of liquids down here. I should probably put a pitcher pump and have them start pulling from it. Alright, autosave lag is good. So, after that... Ooh, this got done already. Okay. Let's deconstruct everything. And then mine out the top layer. Hopefully we just mop that up. And then from here, I need to mine out this chunk. So we are going to want to expand out this tile set. And then we're going to want to mine every other tile right here so that we could mine in between. Got to remove the ethanol somehow. Eventually we'll start tapping into it. Are we fighting shine bugs? The lag producers? Another one. Take them out, boys. DJ Khaled is here. Oh my god, people are dying. No one's suffocating anymore? Good. Good. I heard some bad sounds right now. A little bit traumatizing. Alright, we're gonna build one tile here so that we get a little bit more spillage for the moppage. How much is in here now? We haven't pumped up the cool slush water in a minute. And we're at 10 tons per tile, which is not too bad. That's some CO2 right there. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble pressurizing my map, Ghost Rider. So we're going to have to tap into the saltwater guys right here and build another spawn. That's kind of what we need to do at the moment. They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. Gotta do what you gotta do. How you doing, Ghost Rider? Hope you are doing well, and hope you're having a good Thursdays, man. The CO2 is like that because it likes to go to the bottom right, and there's nowhere for the CO2 to kind of do anything. So we're going to actually start crushing the gas. Hopefully that's going to help us out. That's what I'm hoping for. A little bit of ethanol, CO2 crushing. All right, so while we do that, I think it might be time to start dealing with the ethanol refinery that I want to build. No, I don't have a CO2 geyser, actually. These are from my dupes breathing. This is for my dupes breathing. And this is what happens when we have 78 dupes constantly just breathing out. All the CO2 accumulates at the bottom. And there was a bottleneck right here. So it pushed itself up. And then right now it's starting to accumulate in this pocket instead. They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. It's not even a geyser. It's the large army of dupes trying to breathe. Hey, Corny 1981 coming in with the Prime as well, with 3 months of support. Thank you so much. Please go on. What are we talking about, Corny? What am I going on about? But yo, thank you so much for using your Prime and choosing it to use it on my channel. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the city. Hope you enjoy your stay. Would infinite storage with crushers work, or does it end up having glitches similar to having displaced liquid on one tile? In that setup, that could happen. Infinite storage with crushers. You wouldn't need an infinite storage. To give you a good idea is right here. I had a natural gas geyser right here, and what I did with the carbon dioxide is I pumped it up into a crusher design. It doesn't need to be infinite storage. All you have to do is time the crusher with a Atmos sensor. So when we had 10 tons of CO2, we would open the door, crush the gas, and then it would reset. Now, instead of doing that, if you wanted to put it in an infinite gas reservoir, you would just make the crusher airborne, meaning that you would have a design like this. Well, kind of like the upside down version. So I would have to move the pump over, and then you would have these doors here, and then 2 tiles here. And you would crush so that the infinite pressure doesn't affect it, if that makes sense. So you would have a way to release the gas, and then you could crush the gas at the same time without blocking the vents. So you would probably want to do that with something like a useless gas like CO2. Or maybe chlorine if you have a chlorine geyser and you don't have any of the consumers for it, like gas grass or salt or dash of salt lines, something like that. If you don't have actual consumers of the resource, you might as well start deleting it, right? That's very feasible. And I never put oil on this tile. Oh, man. Which means I'm having heat transfer. And I want to stop that, because that's a little bit of lag right there, theoretically. So I'll fix that right now. Let's mop this up. Shouldn't be too bad. And then I do want to trim this out. There's just a little bit too much liquid. I don't know if there's anything I could do about that. I guess we just pitcher pump it. When it comes down to it. That's really it. And then I could just put this on auto bottle. It is on. So we are dripping out salt water there. Alright, so for the food storage, let's copy this. And then let's remove the refrigerator so that we could relocate some of the cooking happening. I might need some more meal lice. Feels bad, man. We're going to need more meal lice. I just want to be on the safe side right now. I don't want to run out of food and actually have a bad end. Okay, fish in here. Fish in here is doing good. Oh, you know what's one thing I needed? I need to make a polluted dirt extractor. That's one thing I wanted to have. Don't you always have heat transfer with liquid locks? I always do 2 liquid locks and vacuum space in between. No, I'm using a advanced liquid lock called the vacuum lock. Let me find my spawn and let me show you an example. Alright, so... No, that's not a good design. So right here, we have a spawn. This is at 64 degrees, right? But look at my lock design. Look at my lock design. And then if I bring up the overlay, you could see that there's liquid on this tile, this tile, this tile. There's no heat transfer diagonally across liquids like that. And since this is a vacuum, right, there's no heat transfer. Meaning that if I bring up the heat overlay, bam, this tile is hot, but these 2 tiles are not. And that's because there is no heat transfer here. Meaning that I don't have to worry about having heat leak out. I hope that makes sense. We'll show you right now. So normally you're going to want to have a bottle emptier at both sides. And you want to drip out oil on both sides. That's it. Now, if you have the situation like I do, where you already have gas in this tile, what you could do is just build a tile afterwards, after there's oil on all 3 tiles already. Vice versa, since we have 6 kilograms right here, I could use the other strat. Let me actually not delete that. The other strat is I build a tile right here after the oil is spilled out, and then this pushes the oil upwards so it spreads out, and then I could deconstruct the tile again, and then we have a vacuum in the middle, since the middle tile falls directly to the bottom. So it's very simple. Yeah, very easy. The only problem is that if you are not using oil, because it's a 1-drop setup, you're very susceptible of having the liquid actually be moved. Oil is the only liquid, in my experience, that never fails. I've had water disappear on me. I've had saltwater brine disappear on me as well. Oh, we delivered it, so we don't need that, we don't need that. And look at that, it's a vacuum. So both methods are very easy. Just pick and choose which method you want to use. How much oil do we need? 1 kilogram over the 3 tiles, because each tile minimum is around 300 grams. So you need 1 kilogram of oil total, because it's like 330, 330, 330. That's about 1 kilogram. So you could spill out 1 kilogram off on the left tile if you're going left to right, and then have the 600 grams fall into here, push it up with a tile, and then deconstruct it afterwards, and you should have it all spread out evenly. Minimum 1 kilogram. You can have more, but you know, you want to save on the oil most of the time when you're doing this. Okay, so back into this area. I think it worked pretty well. We'll build another tile here. Oh, autosave lag. I'm mining out half the map, aren't I? Did I mine out half the map? I did not. Sweet. Don't you guys hate that? When you guys do that, and then you accidentally mine out half of the map. So this is about 2,000 grams divided by 14. That's around... it's close to about 150. It's basically a little bit less, so I won't risk it. I'll just build the tile up for there. I think they fixed that on the last update. It's weird, because they fixed it like a year ago, and then they didn't like the fix they had, so they undid the fix. And then now it's like, I don't even know if it's in the game anymore. Yeah, the action while saving. Deconstruct, cancel, build, mop, sweep. Doing all that while the autosave is happening potentially has it kind of like glitch out over the entire map sometimes, or maybe for a certain portion. I believe it if it is fixed, but yeah, they fixed it, unfixed it, and then refixed it. It feels kind of weird sometimes. Haven't had it since the update. Good. That's actually pretty good. Glad to hear that it got fixed. So we will probably have something like that. Alright, so we're going to want to mop this up. Alright, so now that that's good, theoretically we want to mine... we'll probably use this as a layer, so we'll do it like this. And then we'll have it like so. 1, 2... Oh, someone's suffocating? Nah, man, y'all have oxygen, just go outside. My dupes. Struggling for no reason. Alright, so we're gonna build a rusty oxidizer setup over here, because we kind of want it. It's very cold, so I want to heat up the area. Seems very fair. And then we're gonna need some things for that, like power generators. We're not... Oh, we could just use this. And then I don't have to worry about hamster wheels. I'm actually down with that. Alright, so we pull this out, deconstruct that, because we don't need that yet. And then we'll use this as, well, cancel. Oh man, that lag. We'll trim that first. And then replace the wire. And I think... Yeah, we have to go through here. Which is fine. And then we're going to need another airflow tile. Actually, we don't. I think this is going to be fine. And then we mined out that set. We're going to make this a little bit lower, though. So there's more space for the CO2 and chlorine to accumulate. We'll make a door crusher setup in the corner. And then we're going to need an auto sweeper setup for the bins and the whatnots. So that's probably ideal. I could reach the bin at the bottom. Yeah, we could reach 3 tiles right there. I only need 2. One for rust, one for salt. And we won't mine out any more of that. Except for that. Someone's suffocating. It's got to be a lie. Don't die, Liam. Come on, Liam. Oh, man. 2 dupes suffocating. Oh, my God. They actually almost died. Oof, man. Alright, so... This power wire is already built. Man, my dupes are fast. Get all 3. Get the bin set up here. We're going to need a ladder here in order to reach the rusty oxidizer, it looks like. And then we need to also build the pump setup. So I'll probably need a ladder here as well. So we're going to have 2 pumps. We're going to use a regular split pipe set like that. And then we already have a line here. I do want to fill out right here with oxygen. I don't think it's a bad thing to reuse this line. And I will redistribute the oxygen immediately in the area around us. I will also want to have oxygen probably out to here. So we will have one here. This is going to be a regular vent line because it is rust. There is no oxygen here, huh? So I'll have one here as well. And then I guess we could also do this. And that comes from here. Get a little bit of distribution. I probably want oxygen in here as well, but we'll probably leave it like that for now. Oh no! Citrus the Wizard! This guy's about to die. What is that? Next to him? Mafic Rock. Okay. We know what ladder type I need to make. This guy's about to die, dude. There we go. Save yourself. Come on, dude. Build faster. You need to be more smarter. Hello, all. How are you all doing today? Legit? How are you doing? Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Just trying to provide the needs for the dupes. Our case, we need to provide food and oxygen right now. Believe it or not, we still don't have that complete. Still don't have food and oxygen actually situated. I hate to say that, man. I hate to say that. Food and oxygen is not yet complete. They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. And it really do be like that sometimes. Hi there, what's going on, Zabak82? Hope you're doing well. Alright, so they're gonna have power here. We need to have some, I think we need to have automation for the pumps. But I think we're just not gonna power them yet. That's probably gonna have to be the play. So we'll cut them in the middle right there. So they're connected but not powered. Alright, so we're gonna make a door crusher setup. It's gonna be here, here, here. We'll just do 2. And then, as always, there needs to be a buffer gate. Oh, shit, messed up. That's gonna be here. I'm fine. I like chilling in this channel. Hey, glad to hear, man. We welcome you on in. If there's any questions, let me know. Hey, same. Right as Gunna comes in with the tier 1 support. Thank you so much, Gunna. Appreciate the tier 1. Thank you for the sub, man. Welcome to the city. Enjoy the emotes, the 20 dice ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But thank you so much for the support. Appreciate it over there, Gunna. Really helps me out and keeps the Mamba fed. Of course, Mamba's happy with that. Anytime Mamba gets fed is a good thing. Of course, thank you for the support. Okay, so for the door crusher setup, this needs to be a AND gate, right? So the AND gate's going to go here. We're going to need what's known as a timer. That's going to go next to it. And then we're going to need the gas element sensor. We are going to want it probably immediately above the box. Here. Wait. No. I need an OR gate. So the OR gate needs to go... Oh, I messed up. The OR gate needs to go into here. Yeah, that's fair. And then we have the gas element sensors here. Oh, why is that aluminum? That should be lead. I don't want to waste my aluminum on that. I mean, I will deconstruct it eventually. That is the thing. Alright, so that got built at the bottom. So we could do that setup, this setup, that setup, this setup, that setup. See, the buffer needs to be changed to 3 seconds. And then we gotta have the timer at 7-7. And then we just gotta wait for the other ones. So they're generating rust, which is good. That got mined out, so I probably could mine this out now. I also want to mine this out. So we have a little bit more gas flow in the area. And then they're getting oxygen in the area now. Sweet. Automatically have this now. Alright, so this is going to be unbreathable CO2. This is going to be unbreathable chlorine. And all we're waiting for is some of the connections to be made, and we should be set. So with that, we're going to want to clear this. And I probably want to trim this out right here and just make the jump across from the bottom layer. So we're going to be crushing gas like that. Right now it's going to be CO2. It fills up. Still CO2, we delete it. So as long as it's CO2 and chlorine here, we're going to be crushing nonstop. So we'll just let that roll for a second, because we do have to wait for the CO2 to kind of clear out. I should probably burn 10 cycles and sweep all the junk floating around the map. Honestly, you should do that and then go take a dump, so that when you come back, everything's clean. Honestly, man, that's the strats. You got to take a dump, man. Drop the kids off. Just do it. Have your dupes sweep for a couple cycles. Hopefully it helps reduce the lag. It does if you have all the goods in a vacuum. It's a weird strat, but it works. If you have all your debris items in a vacuum, you actually stop simulating heat transfer. I should probably do that as well. Not a vacuum, but we'll do something similar. But not gonna lie, having your debris that you sweep up in a storage like this, if it's on a vacuum, there's no heat transfer with any of the goods, meaning that you get a lot less lag. Because it's like me hovering over this, look at how slow the dupes move. FPS is at 0 right now. Right? So it's like, you want to make sure that's not a thing. So we're going to replace this tile with insulated tile, so we have less heat transfer from the tile to the goods. I heard that helps. I don't actually know if it does. Oh, we got mushrooms, boys. Let's go. Oh, we got a new fungal spore. Oh, yes. I need to allow the dupes to drop this off first. We got mushrooms, baby. I don't care if it has slime lung. Oh, there's no slime lung. Hey, let's go. The doors let items through while closed. Yes. Only pneumatic. Only pneumatic. Pneumatic is a weird tile in a sense that all items and critters fall through while they're in the falling animation. So a critter that's walking around could walk on top of a pneumatic door, but if they're falling, they fall through it. So it's a very specific property. So you have to watch out for that. You can use that in your advantage, because I do that all the time. The best example is my crab shack right here. Let me wrangle a crab to show you guys. We're going to wrangle this young guy that's 6 years old. We're going to move him in with the other parts of the family so that he's not alone anymore. He's able to hang out with the friends and the homies. Gotta make sure the people are happy, right? Oh, there's another guy over here too. We should probably wrangle him as well. Mine that. Mine this. And then we want all the saltwater to spill out. That spills out into this storage that we have. I have way too much saltwater here. This is actually a good amount. I was thinking about condensing the cool steam vent right here, but we have so much saltwater, I don't think I have to do that anymore. Alright, capturing him. Get him with the lasso cannon. And then hopefully someone's going to drop him off right now. We'll see this in action. Why don't you have the door tops at foot level so Dupes could walk over it? Why don't you have the door tops at foot level so Dupes could walk over it? Because, well, initially, so what happened before was I had to move the tile over so I could fit this in a centered format. So that was technically one of the problems I had. But before, I wanted it so that my dupes could be running down the ladder and grab an item while on the ladder. But since I had to move everything over a couple tiles, that's no longer the case. So yeah, you could grab items from the side, which is why I wanted that to be accessible. Since you could grab items through the side of the door, you don't have to walk on top of it to grab it. Before, I used to have it so that you could slide down the fire pole, grab an item, and keep sliding. But yeah, I had to move. Oh, gold! I don't have gold. Oh, dude, build operating starts out with mechatronics. That's godlike, except that you're flatulent. Feels bad, man. We're taking the gold. Flatulent dupes are not the business. Also, my dupes having the arcade dance party over here. It's a lot of CO2, so I gotta put some airflow at the top. Also, is that burning through my power? That's one thing to think about. Me giving the dupes a jukebox and all that. Is that a lot of power consumption that I shouldn't be having? Alright, let's turn this one off so that we could tap into the hydrogen in this box. Way too much in here. So we'll use that as a main source of power for now. Oxygen is still rolling. I need to make sure this one is actually not bad. A lot of it's overpressured. There's no way for me to actually like distribute it a little bit better, right? That's about it. This side is pressurized, which is really nice. Then it's only right here where the dupes are eating. By the way, what should I do about chlorine gas? Is it used for anything, or should I just pump it always? It depends. Some people know how to deal with germy water. And because they know how to deal with germy water, you don't actually need chlorine for this. There's ways to consume germy water that's perfectly safe. But if you're, you want to be a little bit particular and you want to specifically have clean water at all times, you could use the chlorine to start purifying. Outside of that, no, you could probably just do something like this. Make a box around your geyser so it overpressurizes and it doesn't produce any more gas. But you always have a way to, grab some chlorine if you really want it. Also acts as a good spot to drop off your bleach stone. So it's up to you. The only uses for chlorine are going to be this particular plant. The most practical use is going to be this. The Dash Assault Vine. This consumes, I think it's 7 grams per second or something. 6 grams per second of chlorine. And this produces salt. So you're effectively transferring sand and chlorine into salt. So you could use this to make some salt if you want that for something like table salt. If you didn't know, you could actually go to your rock crusher and you have a recipe for something called table salt. If you make table salt, you get sand 1-to-1. And you get table salt. Table salt's good because your duplicates will actually put table salt on their mess tables. And they could actually start salting their food. And when they do that, they get 1 morale bonus, which is pretty nice. But it's only 1 morale. And they consume 1 gram of salt, I think, per cycle. I think it's like that. So you only get 5 grams every time you crush salt, so it's not a lot. So that's the problem. You're going to burn through your salt if you do want to crush it to table salt. Upside is that, you know, 1 morale. It looks kind of cool. You get a special animation for that. Oh, and I got to remove this door. That's right. Hey, what's going on, Zip Zip? How are you? I see you over there. Welcome on in, man. And of course, how is the Thursdays? We're still trying to scale up the shovels right now. Dirt's going down to 500 tons. And we're trying to also tame a saltwater geyser right now. Yeah. Alright, so we gotta do that. We might as well go out to here. This is all mineable now. Yeah, this is all mineable. So we'll mine all this out. I will also want to relocate the ladders up so that I can put a bottle emptier here. And then we're going to make a vacuum. Oh, the vacuum's not going to help because, yeah. No, I need to make a vacuum lock. That's what I need. Yeah. So it's going to be a bottle emptier on the inside. Oh, gotcha. How can I dispose of polluted water since I can't sweep it? You could always pitcher pump it. Or you could always just put a liquid pump into it. So you have some options, depending on if you want to consume power or not. Yeah, bottle emptier and a pitcher pump. It's going to be the combo you're probably going to want to have. But yeah, you could sweep polluted water if you have a bottle emptier. That's what you're going to be looking for. Because you could go to the bottle emptier, and it's one of the options. Liquids, and then polluted water. I know these are basic questions, but thanks. No problem. We were all there at some point. Being, you know, learning about the game still. So it's perfectly fine, man. Alright, airflow there. We want insulated tiles here, here, and here. This needs to be oil, auto bottles on. Theoretically, I could put that there now. So we're basically going to have the salt water stay in here. And the next thing we're going to do is make sure that the heat does not escape the box. So we're going to want to build all this. Alright, so we have some oil there. Turn that off. 5 kilograms. So we might get the situation where we delete oil. So we'll try to showcase that right now. We'll build the tile first. Would love to see you have 100 sustainable dupes in Space Down at Cycle 500. Thank you, Corny. I don't know if that's going to be our next playthrough, but yeah. Appreciate the idea, man. There's a lot of things we want to do in terms of playthrough ideas. But we'll keep that on, you know, on the list, on the back burner for now. Gotta lurk while I finish my homework. Take care of the homework, gonna. Make sure to take care of business. And we'll see you later. Integrate to infinity and see what happens. It's a math term. Oh, man. You taking calculus right now? Gun Griffin? Doing integrals and stuff like that? Oh, man. I remember those days. Calculus was a wild ride, man. Calculus was a wild ride. Alright, so sometimes... Oh, no, he's not going to build. Citrus the wizard, man. Come on. You're supposed to build tiles. Instead, he's going to dig. Look at that smile, dude. That damn smile. Now he builds it. What a guy. Alright, so there we have it. You'll have the oil push up, and then you can just deconstruct the tile, and then you'll get a vacuum. It's a math term. A few years back, referencing a earlier comment. Oh, gotcha. So I do need a ladder here in order to build that tile, because it's unreachable right now. Same for these three. But now that this is open, is this active? It is idle. Okay, so it is kind of active. Okay, so I'll just break this open because it's not really going to matter too much. So we're just going to keep it inactive, but we want to mine it through just so that we can start utilizing it. My Calc 2 professor, when I was taking the course again, I lost all desire to learn. Dude, I feel that, man. I feel that. The funniest thing is they say that if you have a license that you can get in the field that you're trying to learn, a lot of people I talk to say that it's recommended for you to actually take everything you need to do for the license while you're still at school. So it makes it sound like you have to do a lot of work when you're in college, and it's true. Because the moment you're in an adult, you're going to be like, yeah, man, F that. I'm not going to want to do that anymore. and a lot of people I talk to, it's the same thing. They just reference how much of a pain it is. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild, man. But a lot of people I talk to, they say things like that. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, it was cool when I was learning about it, but now that I see what you have to do and I'm at work, basically, work saps all the life out of you as a human. And you just want to do nothing but kind of relax. Unless, of course, you have a great environment, which is very few. And because of how work nature is, you know, the idea that you're working for a business and the business is the be all end all, you know, bottom line profits, things like that, because that's the culture. You end up being less than human, and so that you want to be more human when you're off work. So you do things like, you know, submit your desires, your vices, whatever. And a lot of the times, you're not going to want to study. You're not going to want to relearn anything like that either. So they say if you want to do a lot of the things like that, you want to do it in college. Because otherwise, once you grow up and have a real job, you're not going to want to do it anymore. Not that that's always the case, but, you know, there's always going to be exceptions. But for the most part, I have seen that in real life, and I have felt that myself. I understand the feeling, man. Math is tough for me to learn when it's just theory, but it's actually fun to learn when you could apply to real problems like in programming. It's tough, man. A lot of the math that we learn, I feel like it's very theory-based in a sense that there's not a lot of practical applications. It's tough. I had to quit university after 3 years because I could not pass Calc 3. What's Calc 3? Is that multivariable yet? What's Calc 3? Calc 1, 2, and 3. Is that multivariable? I honestly think I would have been able to do a lot better in multivariable calculus. But I was at the time of my life when I was like, yeah, F that. This makes like no sense. I don't know how I'm gonna apply this. I don't know. There's no numbers. All Greek and Sigma stuff. Yes. How do I say this? Multivariable calculus is when you go away from numbers and you have only letters. And then you have to do things in respect to another letter. So you have to do a derivative d of x on z to the power of yx. And that's multivariable calculus, where you don't have x as your only factor anymore. You throw in all the letters of the alphabet. And the letters don't matter. It's just learning how to do the practical theory with non-numbers so that you get a actual solution by just plugging and chugging at the end with the formula, kind of a thing. So I think that is multivariable because you're just using like some of all the Greek letters and stuff. It's tough. Learning is 3 times harder with adult responsibilities. That's another way too. Another way around is that in real work, nobody asks you what you have done or grades you got at studies. Actually, no, they do. If you're a university student and you're like a fresh graduate, that's the first thing interviewers ask you for if they know that you just graduated. They know that you don't have any work experience, so they will actually ask you about your grades. Did you graduate cum laude? Were you on the dean's list? How were your grades? Did you think you could have done better? Things like that. That's normal when you're first getting your first job. After you actually have work experience, oh, I worked at X company for X amount of years doing X, Y, and Z, and you can actually start talking about jobs and responsibilities. You're treated more as a person and not as a kid. But when you're in your, fresh graduate from college and you're trying to apply to a firm, private company, public company, regardless of what it is, they treat you like a kid. They're like, oh, he doesn't have work experience. That's fine. But at the same time, it also means that, you're not considered an adult yet. Also depends on the type of job and how desperate they are. That's true. But at the end of the day, if they're desperate, they're just going to hire you regardless of how the interview goes. Differential equations are a pain. Simulation of complex system needs to be for stability prediction. What? Gun Griffin? You said some words, and I kind of understood, but at the same time, man, I think I know what those words mean, but not in that sentence. Hence, comparing Oni to convolution? Yes. I, too, am a fellow student. Guys, can someone translate what Gun Griffin's talking about? Alright, let me put some priority on these ladders. Alright, so the saltwater is going to be turned on soon. I need to add a little bit of saltwater into here. So we're going to use a weird strap. I dump it into this saltwater pool into this tile. So we're going to deconstruct that and just mine out the tile so we can dump into saltwater. Because I need a little bit of saltwater here and here so that I can create a gas lock. And that's going to be the next step. We'll get the power and the pipelines in soon. Heck, I hardly know myself, barely passed the course. So he was just reading from the textbook? Okay, that's legit, dude. That got me pretty good. I thought you were being all smart and stuff. I see you over there. Okay, so as of right now, I'll have to think about the design for that soon. We'll get the salt water in. So after this, where do I need to bring the salt water? I gotta bring it up into the spawn up here, right? Oh, that's gonna be a pain. That's gonna be a real pain. Eight, 7. Let's think about the calculations here. So, oh, I need active period to actually find that out. Feels bad. I need the active period in order to figure out how much salt water I produce. What did you study? I studied, man, I don't want to talk about what I studied. So I initially wanted to make video games. And I went into computer science. And I learned Python. Python was easy. Made sense. Professor was pretty good. And then I tried to learn C#. That was a bad experience. And then after I didn't really do that well with C#, even though I passed the class, it wasn't a good experience. I ended up switching majors. Ended up going into business. And I learned more about like hedge funds, finance, things like that. The more stuff that's going on, the more variables that have to be used to keep it from falling apart. I see over there, Kanban. So you're saying that we need the variables for calculus? Makes sense. Mighty Stooge, what's good? I see you over there. Welcome on in. Happy Thursdays, man. I love C#. Dude, I had a bad professor, man. I'll say that much. I had a bad professor. Oh, too much water. Actually, too much water, huh? Alright, so we could deconstruct 2 tiles here. That's actually what we could probably do. Python's where it's at now. Did Python come out with a new program or something? I don't know much about Python. Sometimes everyone could use financial advice. I mean, I haven't done finance for individuals ever. I've only ever done finance for companies. So I don't know if I'd be a good person to ask, man. Who let me out the kitchen? I see a Xandrop. It's because we hired 10 other cooks. So we gotta upgrade our kitchen to get more stovetops, man. So Xandrop, we're gonna have to hold up until we make our kitchen upgrades. Right now, though, I need to capture some salt water. No, I used it a bunch, but I'm more in operations than software dev. Oh, okay. In operations makes sense. You could use something simple as Excel to do a lot of that as well. What stock should we buy? I told everyone to buy GME like a year ago, 2 years ago, and they're all rich now. I'm just kidding. That was not me, by the way. I was one of those finance bros on the Reddit subreddit. I don't even know what the subreddit's called. All this talk of calculus is bringing me flashbacks of having to write an equation of transforming analog signals to digital signals to at least the 50th iteration of the infinite loop. Jesus Christ. Would you rather have done that than try to name all the numbers after the decimals of pi? Crypto time, no crypto, man. No NFTs either. Don't trust that, man. It's not a good time. To be honest, the professor makes all the difference in learning experience, and sadly, a lot of the teachers aren't teachers because they're good in the field. Some teachers are teachers because they suck, and they're teachers because they suck and couldn't make it. It's actually different. It's basically their worth is determined elsewhere. You could have a teacher that's teaching something, and they're bad at teaching, but they could be very close to a breakthrough to cure a certain disease. And the university wants that tied to their name. That's 100% what it is a lot of the times. It's some sort of breakthrough, scientific, IP patent breakthrough of some sort. And they just want to have their name there next to the professor. Not that they're going to be like, oh yeah, we produced that. It's more so that anytime they bring them up, they're going to be like, oh yeah, he was at so-and-so university. A lot of the times it's what it is. They could be bad at teaching, but they could be really good at doing other things. Yo, Wall Street bets. Yeah, that's what it was, right? What's hashtag XRD? What is that? Is that a new stock, boys? Is that a new stock? What's going on? Alright, so I need to do 2 tiles here. For the deconstructs. Oh, it's crypto. Yo, man, shout out to crypto. Crypto failure. Feels bad. It happens sometimes. Alright, so we need to deconstruct these 2 tiles so that the saltwater falls down, and then we could move the 2 gases in, and then we could rebuild the airflow tiles to repressurize everything. The new Bitcoin, I see you over there. I don't know. That's a tough question. At some point, someone's just going to tell you stop naming the digits, but so long as the analog signals exist and are used by digital devices, these equations are used iteratively to perform the conversions. I don't think I said that word correctly. I'm not gonna lie. I think I mispronounced that word. There's a gas bubble there. I'm gonna have to build out this tile then. And even though humans never do it, you need to know them to diagnose network issues. That sounds like a pain, man. Not gonna lie. This year has not been good for my Roth or 401k. Dude, feels bad, man. I remember having conversations with other people at the work. They're like, yeah, man. I remember when I first got a job, some of the higher ups are talking about having to roll over their Roth IRA. And, they had to take the loss, but they're like, yeah, it was the only thing we could do. Like, it was that or, something else that was worse. They're like, they just have to bite the bullet. And yeah, I hear that, I was talking about this last time. But the last time there was a global recession was when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out and the movie Avatar was coming out with the blue people. Guess what's happening this year? Modern Warfare 2 came out and the movie Avatar is coming out again. Dude, it feels like we're in Groundhog's Day, man. It really does. Like, yo, man, you remember that one year you guys had that one bad time period? We're gonna relive it right now. We're about to relive this, baby. Y'all know what it is. And it's like, what? Blame the movie and the game. They are the catalyst. I know, man. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? The amount of damage Call of Duty would have did. Wait. Oh, it's 80 degrees here? Ah, that means I need a steel pump. The struggles, boys. Have to make this out of steel. Alright, so we're gonna build some tiles here. Oh, everything has to be made out of steel. Otherwise, it just breaks, right? Alright. No gold. Make that out of steel. The wires could be iron. And then I just need to pump 2 bubbles of gas. Two bubbles of gas is all we need. And I don't want to pump yet. I want to actually look at the gas bubbles we're pumping. But yo, man, it's crazy, dude. How that lines up. Someone pointed that out, that it's like, this is not correlation, but it's a pretty weird coincidence. It's a pretty weird coincidence, man. It really is. I should take the spiced tofu, but I kind of want the blossom seeds, because I could wild plant this. And we could start making, like, gristleberries or something at the very least. Maybe we should start planting some blossom seeds. I have to wait for this to be planted first, though. And we got to move another pip into here so we could plant the fungal spore. But the rate at which we're getting seeds, though, is so low. I might as well plant blossoms, right? Because I think I have a lot more of those. Yeah, I have 8 units, which is not a lot. I guess it's the same thing at that point. Let's just move a pip into here. We will take a pip from this room. And then I need to turn this one off. That one is not on. And then it's only this one. Nice. Honestly, as the a crash was going to come sooner or later, it was. A lot of people just want to think optimistically. My 401k is down 10k plus, and that is after all my employer retirement loan repayments. Oh, that's tough. Today I used the legit Spom and Dreco designs at my base. Chef's kiss. Hey, good stuff. Mighty Stooge, good stuff. I saw a pip egg. We have a pip egg? This is a pip egg? Where's the pip egg? Let's look at the pip egg. There's one pip egg. Oh, right there. He's chilling. I should pit plant some bristle blossoms to complement my sleepweed farm. Yeah, that'd be a good combo, man. I should probably do that as well. I should probably do that as well. Try to have that, because I have a lot of sleetweed already. Making berry sludge would be kind of sweet. Alright, so they should be fine. I shouldn't have to worry about that too much. So let's go back into here. We still got to build some things out of steel. Otherwise, everything else is built. Can't be mad about that. And then, how much power is on this? Alright, so it's off of that. So, honestly, the suits aren't going to be using that much power. And then it's going to be the aqua tuner at the bottom. A little bit of the sweeping done. I could probably pull out a pump off of this wire as well.